Turning now to other places, Africans account for only about 5% of undocumented migrants arriving in the United States. Activists say they are largely excluded from the broader conversation about immigration reform, especially along the U.S. border with Mexico. VOA's Henok Fente reports from San Antonio, Texas, where African asylum seekers face immediate detention and prolonged court battles to avoid being deported.
Most of the clients for Texas immigration lawyer Priscilla Olivares are Latino migrants arrested after crossing the border from Mexico. Lately, she's been seeing more African migrants detained along this route. Though their journeys may be different, many of their stories are the same.
A majority of the individuals that we see are submitting asylum applications because they've either suffered some form of persecution or are in fear of suffering persecution if they are forced to return to their home country.
Olivares is working on an immigration case for Simeon Koroma from Sierra Leone. He's being held at this Texas detention center. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security would not allow VOA Inside to interview Koroma, so we spoke to him on the phone.
I left Sierra Leone because of the persecution I suffered.
For Simone, it means that he is in danger of being returned back to his home country. But he is in fear of returning back to his home country because of the persecution that he has suffered, or that he fears that he will suffer if he's forced to return.
Koroma says he reached the United States by traveling with other migrants through South and Central America from Brazil.
We spent like 4 days walking over 200 kilometers. We climbed like 7 mountains, crossing the River Panama. It was really deadly.
Koroma's asylum claim was denied in October by an immigration judge who ordered his deportation. Appealing that decision now means more time behind bars.
I'm tired. I've been in detention for 9 months, and spending another 8 months in detention would be too disastrous for me.
Immigration courts are overwhelmed by the number of people arriving in the United States seeking political asylum. Jennifer Long runs an immigration shelter in Austin, Texas, where refugees released from detention stay until they secure a work permit. Today, the majority of Casa Marinella's residents are from sub-Saharan Africa.
They're unfortunately required to finish their immigration case while they're detained and without access to an attorney usually. People who are in detention do not generally win asylum. So then people are deported directly from the detention centers.
Immigration lawyer Olivares says many asylum claims do not succeed because migrants fail to share important details about their case.
Individuals who have suffered so much trauma in their home country, unfortunately that trauma can become normalized, and then they don't think to share it with us or to the judge when it's so vital that they do that.
Though overall arrests along the U.S.-Mexico border are down, sub-Saharan Africans continue to represent a growing number of migrants detained and seeking asylum to start a new life in America. Henok Fente, VOA News, San Antonio, Texas.